South Africa's navy is being pushed to the brink by years of deep budget cuts, and now its top commander says government's latest plans to slash personnel numbers may amount to dismantling the defense force from within. Addressing the chief of the Navy's prestige charity ball at St. George's Hotel in Tshwane, Vice Admiral Monde Lobese issued one of the strongest warnings yet from a senior military leader, likening the proposed reduction of SANDF workforce levels to the controversial disbanding of the political killings task team, revealed before the Matlanga Commission by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, and said for our cabinet to approve the reduction of the SANDF workforce is nothing short of asking us to implement a defense version of what General Mkhwanazi disclosed. In an unflinching prestige address, Lobese painted a bleak picture of a navy crippled by chronic underfunding, outdated equipment, and vanishing operation capacity. He accused decision makers of adopting what he called an unpatriotic sellout posture towards national defense. He said the unpatriotic and what appears to be sellout posture of defunding the SA Navy and the SANDF in general leaves me wondering whether those behind this nonsense are on a mission to privatize our defense force. Lobese condemned what he described as bureaucratic cycle of empty planning, claiming the Defense Department is forced to produce elaborative performance plans that government has no intention of resourcing. It said, we are required to produce annual performance plans and defense reviews one after another, but it saddens me knowing this are just a mind game because they will not be resourced. The Vice Admiral warned that severe equipment shortages, including the non-availability of most Navy ships and submarines, have left South Africa largely absent from its own waters. That vacuum, he said, has opened the door for drug cartels, human traffic syndicates, and illegal traders operating at sea. And said our prolonged absence at sea should concern all patriots. Without ships and submarines, we are weakening our own maritime security. He went further, raising the possibility that criminal networks may be benefiting from the weakening of South Africa's maritime surveillance. And said, I often find myself questioning whether those responsible for making these significant decisions may be directly or indirectly influenced by drug cartels, illegal traders, maritime criminals, or human traffickers. Reflecting on his time as a teenage freedom fighter in Angola, Lobese said it was painful to see the modern defense force starved of the basic resources liberation armies once took for granted. He said, when I was a 17-year-old freedom fighter in the bushes of Angola, we never ran short of uniform or weapons or ammunition. Lobese urged political leaders to restore meaningful funding to the SANDF, saying South Africa's sovereignty, deterrence capability, and international credibility were eroding at an alarming pace, and that national security is being outsourced to fate. Without urgent political will, we risk undermining our sovereignty. He ended with a call for citizens to defend the defense force and said advocate for a stronger, well-funded SANDF because without a navy at sea, we are at the mercy of those who wish us harm.
To approve the reduction of the SANDF workforce or strength is actually nothing far from telling us to implement a defense version of what General Mkhwanazi has disclosed in the Matlanga Commission with regards to the closure of the political killing task team. Closing down the SANDF is like having a house without walls, effective CCTV systems, and reaction capability should thieves violate your space uninvited, or buying a car and not taking an insurance, or not having a life cover for yourself and family. Yesterday, I shared with those that attended the Prestige Ball that in the past week, I was in Australia to attend the Indo-Pacific Sea Power Conference 2025. Whilst I was interacting with the chiefs of navies from different maritime countries at the conference, the chief of the Kenyan Navy mentioned that a week before coming to Australia, his Navy caught a ship from East Asia that was carrying a large consignment of drugs, which was destined for Mozambique. And you will agree with me that Mozambique was not the final destination, but maybe South Africa was.
What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.